Oh, hi guys, welcome to your yoga session. Hope everyone is having a great week so far. Staying dry, staying warm. We'll give it a couple of minutes just for anyone who is running late to join us. Those of you here ready, just get settled on your mat, nice and comfortably. So you can just relax for a moment and just get anything you need. So I have grabbed hold of a block today. So really useful. I talk about this every time. If you can get some props, they are pretty great. A block will cost you up to £5. You can get fancy ones, but just a £5 little cork foam block is great. Really useful. And people often get worried about props. They think of them as something that might show that they are not quite able to do a posture, so they need something to help. But actually, prop is really good for advancement as well. So trying to get deeper into something, trying to activate your muscles in a different way. So I really like props for that reason and for the activation. I tell myself they're making me stronger rather than needing some help. So do recommend get yourself at least a block, if nothing else. They're really handy. If you don't have a block, grab a book. I'm sure you guys must have some books hanging around, a couple of inches wide. Doesn't need to be any particular shape or size, but something that will be quite stable on the ground. You can also grab a pillow or something if you like that, particularly if you've got any injuries. I do ask if you have injuries, drop me a message, let me know. If not during the class, then talk to me afterwards. But do make sure that I'm aware of any injuries going on. So we'll give it just another minute or so, and then we will get started. Okay. So we'll get comfortable on the mat. Maybe use a pillow or something to sit up on. That might feel quite nice and comfortable for you. So I'm going to keep my socks on for now. It's just personal preference, but we do really recommend taking socks off at some point in the practice so you don't slip. And just make sure that everything you do feels comfortable for you. So whether you're brand new to yoga or you've been practicing with me or by yourself for a few years now, really important that everything you do feels comfortable in your body. Everything you do should feel accessible in your body. So if I give you an option, it is an option. Feel free just to do your own thing, just to ignore me. It's totally up to you what suits you in any given moment. I'm not there to see you. I'm not there to tell you what to do with your body. So please make that decision for yourself and take care of yourself in this practice. Close your eyes and we'll begin. Just sitting comfortably. Maybe you just fidget a little bit in the shoulders. Maybe you turn the head, do any little movements, any little dance that you like, just to get all your fidgeting out of the way so you can sit in complete stillness. And then sitting here comfortably, this easy seated position, as this is called, easy pose. Not comfortable for you to sit cross-legged, maybe straighten your leg, maybe sit on a chair to begin with. It's up to you. And as you pause here, I want us to think about our purpose for being here. So they say that the happiest people have a number of things in their life. One of them is purpose. A raison d'etre, a reason for being. It sounds mighty grand, mighty lofty. It's relatively simple, actually. It's about doing each thing in your life deliberately. And about thinking of the consequences of that action you take. Living a life with purpose means more than just going through the motions day by day, jumping from one task to the next without conscious thought, free falling, wild swimming. Instead, a life with purpose. You do each thing with care, deliberately, knowing that you're contributing to something greater. And that purpose, quite often, we can recognize for ourselves. We study, we work in order to provide ourselves with the stability and security, to give ourselves routine. But when you begin to think more about purpose, you take it outside of just yourself. You can start to think of your study or your work as contributing to other people. How is what you're doing going to contribute to others, going to help society perhaps as a whole, or even influence the world? And yes, your purpose can be that brand. And that's great. And this is the easiest way to think about purpose. But we can attach purpose to everything we do. Perhaps a hobby, creating music or art. These things nourish you and your soul, your creativity. You're also creating something that others can enjoy or admire. You're giving that thing to the world. Perhaps creating some more joy, some more pleasure in the world as a whole. So I want you to take just the next moment and consider your purpose. And perhaps it'll take more than a minute to create that picture. Maybe just think what you've done today or what you have left to do and the purpose around that one particular thing. And make it specific for yourself. Make it a little simpler, clearer. And then once you have that purpose clear in your mind, we're going to use our practice today to train ourselves to focus on purpose and meaning in what we do. The vinyasa, the type of yoga we practice here together, actually translates as to place with purpose, to place with care. In vinyasa yoga, we're placing the body with purpose and care in a deliberate way. The reason we do this is to train ourselves to do everything in this purposeful manner. To learn how to do each thing individually, focusing on just that one thing, giving it all of your attention, creating more valuable action. The same applies to the way we use breath in vinyasa. We place that breath with care. Become more conscious of our breathing and the life that that breath gives us. Once you think of breath as life-giving, you suddenly want to be more careful with it. want to ensure that your life giving is the best possible. Remembering that breath both gives you life and gives life to the nature around you. Let's take a few now, purposeful breaths. Inhaling that life given to you. And then exhaling fully and deeply. Inhaling that sense of life. And exhaling, giving life back. Breathing with purpose, steadily in. And in. And continuous rounds in. And out. Breathing in. Breathing out. As you inhale, come back to that purpose for the day. And just breathe in that purpose. And then as you exhale, let it go. If you haven't found it easy to articulate that purpose, maybe just using one of my, something as simple as connection, peace, joy. These are all purposes in themselves. They contribute to you and those around you. So inhale your purpose. And exhale, give that purpose to the world. Inhale, steady that purpose. Exhale, give it back to the world. Inhaling purpose. Exhaling giving. Last two, inhale your purpose. Exhale to give. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Let it all go. We'll begin now to practice our vinyasa, facing the body with care. Begin by just bowing your head down, chin into the chest. And maybe from here, you just take a soft roll of the head to each side. Slow, steady, and deliberate movement. Simple movement. No rushing. We're taking care with our spine, our neck today. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. You just rock side to side. And then slowly bring the head into the center, bowing into your chest. Holding there. And feeling this stretch. The purpose of which is to just gently warm up into the neck muscles, into the top of the shoulders, the trapezius muscles. So everything we do has a purpose. We're not just here for the sake of it. One last moment, bowing softly. And then as you inhale, slowly start to lift the head, start to lift the arms out to the side. Reach up tall as you can. Clasp your fingertips together, push the ceiling up and away. A sense of lift, sense of growth through the body. Take a deep inhale. Look up to the hands. So we're stretching the neck the other way. We're opening up our throat chakra, Shandara. And what we often think about is how closed off the throat can be. But if you open up in this way, think about all the things you've been holding back from saying, all the things that you've been keeping in. By opening up, letting the head just gently drop back. Just letting go of those things, choosing either to let go of them completely or be prepared to speak the truth. One more inhale here, lifting up. And then exhale, bring the hands to the center of your chest. Keep the fingers interlocked. Now place the hands there on the chest. Keep the elbows lifting out to the side. Take an inhale, fill those hands with your breath. And then take an exhale, fill them full. Inhale, filling up with breath. Exhale, fill the hands gently forward back. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, 1 more here, inhale. Feeling your chest filling up. And exhale. We're going to keep the hands in the center. And we're going to do just 1 more breath practice to fire up through the belly, through the spine. So as we exhale, we're going to turn just gently over to the right. And then we're going to come back and over to the left. So we're going to do a sharp exhale. So if you have any history of asthma, any breath questions, then just take this really gently and do it slowly with a normal breath. If you're happy, we're going to do a little bit of fiery breath. I'm going to change the cross of my legs. We've been here a little while. So sit up tall, lift up in the spine, and exhale to turn. We're going to do it quicker. A few more rounds. 1 more. And then come back to the center, let the arms drop down. Just beginning to switch on through diaphragm, through the center of the body. We're going to continue warming up through the belly, through the spine. Start to bring your right shoulder down towards your left knee. And then we're going to circle the chest forward. And inhale, bring it back up. We'll do a few like these, just beginning circling down, lifting up. Just take your time, slow and steady, circling around the back. We're going to be twisting today. So we want our back to be nice and supple, nice and flexible. So a couple more times, rolling around, slow and steady. And creating this lovely rhythm. Journeying round. Once you've done 1 more, we're going to journey the other way. Slow and steady. Lifting up, rotating round, nice and easy. Chest can come close to your knees or can stay high. Depends on your back. We're starting to find the shoulders moving a little bit here, a little bit playful perhaps with those arms. Should do 2 more rounds. 1 more round. Come back to the center. Feel that energy slowly starting to build. Body starting to warm up. We're going to bring the hands down in front. Roll over onto all fours. So just taking away anything you might have been sat on. Bring your fingertips extending out. Spread them wide. Wrists are under your shoulders. Your knees are under your hips. We're going to inhale. Come into cat-cow. So lowering your belly down. Lifting up your hips like you're sticking up your tail in the air. And then as you exhale, we're going to arch the back like an angry cat, tucking your chin into your chest. Inhale, lower the belly, lift your chest forward, lift your hips up and back. Exhale, rounding your back, tucking your chin up into your chest. Inhale, lower the belly, lift those hips, chest forward. Exhale, rounding the back all the way up to the sky. Inhale, start to lower the chest forward. And then exhale, arching your back to the sky. Last 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rounding up. Final 1. Inhale, lower. Exhale, arching your back. And then as you gently come into the center, just have a little wiggle of your hips side to side. So nice and easy now. We're going to inhale, picking up the right leg, taking it straight back behind. And see as you do that, if you can just balance. So the hips are equally facing the ground. And you're not bringing the weight one way or the other on that left side. Keeping nice and steady. And then exhale, bring this right knee in towards your elbow. And inhale to extend. Exhale, right knee to elbow. Rest of the body stays completely steady. Inhale to extend. We're going to do 3 more. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Last one. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, lower the knee down. Take a little rock if you like, loosen that out, and then we'll come left leg straight back. So right leg stable, hip over knee, completely steady in the body. We're unwavering here, just working on our strength and our balance. Exhale, bring the knee into the elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow, matching breath to movement. Inhale, take your time to extend. Exhale, 3 more, knee in. Inhale, extend, 2 more. Exhale, knee in. Inhale, extend, very last time. Exhale, knee in. Inhale to extend. And then exhale, just lower both knees. From here, you're going to tuck under the toes. Start to take the hips back and up. This might be the time to lose the socks if you have them on. I'm going to take them off now. It's better for your balance, depending on the kind of mat you've got. So be really wary here. You're breathing deeply now. We're going to bend the knees alternately. So just walking out the dog. One knee, then the other. Slow, steady movement. Couple more, just rocking through. And then from here, onto stillness. Draw your hips backwards, draw your heels backwards. Straighten the arms and the legs as much as you comfortably can. And then start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Let's come up to the back of the mat. Head and chest are hanging nice and heavily. You're folding into the legs. Then you take opposite elbows here. And just have a little rock side to side. Slow and steady. Getting the sense of looseness in the back. Your feet are firmly grounded. Your toes are spreading wide. We're going to drop the arms. Take an inhale. Slow, steady roll. All the way up to stand. And just roll the shoulders back as you get to the top. Take an inhale, lift the arms all the way up. We're going to keep the feet about the distance of the hips. And as you exhale, we're going to fold down slow and steady. You can soften the knees here as you fold in. We're going to then gently bring the hands onto the floor. So bend the knees as much as you need to get there. We're going to straighten the right leg. And start to lift the right hand all the way up to the ceiling. Get a nice twist. Really ground the right heel into the floor. Push it down. And then exhale, come back into the center. Inhale, left leg straightens, right knee bends. Reach up to the ceiling. And then exhale, come back into the center. Inhaling from here, walk your hands forward. Come to plank. You don't know plank, it's shoulders over wrists. Hips are level with the shoulders. Legs are straight. And then exhale, lower your knees. And start to draw your chest all the way down, forward between. Inhale from here, belly on the floor. Start to lift your shoulders ever so gently up. And then as you exhale, push back into our downward facing dog. Hips back, heels reaching towards the ground. Breathing steadily here. Long inhales. You've got an option here for those of you who want a little bit more. You keep the left hand grounded. You pick up the right hand and send it back to your left leg, maybe towards your ankle. And then release. Inhale, coming left over to the right leg. Inhale, release. And then exhaling, let's all walk the hands back towards the feet. Come up to the back of the mat. Take an inhale, roll up to stand. Head and arms really nice and heavy. Keep pushing the feet down. Keep them hip distance. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, folding back in. Chest bowing into the thighs. Soften the knees. Take an inhale. We're going to bend the right leg. Lifting up the left hand. Keep the left leg straight. Push the left heel down. Exhale to release. Other side. Inhale. Bend the left leg. Straighten the right. Extend up. Exhale, release. Inhale, start to walk the hands slowly forward. Lower your knees. Chest comes forward. See if you can bend your elbows back towards your ribs as you lower the chest down. And then inhale, belly button down, lift the shoulders. Exhale, let's come back, up, downward facing dog. Draw the heels backwards, hands forward, breathe steady. In and out. Adding in those optional twists, right hand reaches over to the left leg, to the ankle. If you're doing that, look up underneath the armpit. Release back forward. And then maybe take your twist over to the other side. Releasing back, forward. Last time, let's exhale, walk the hands back. Find your feet. And then inhale, straight legs, roll yourself up to stand. Push the heels into the floor, pull the belly and the ribs in. Lift up tall. Exhale here, let's fold forward. Inhaling this time, we're going to lift up halfway. Both hands stay low. Look forward to the very top of the mat. Exhale, fold down. And then inhale, start to lift your right hand. You can bend the left knee if you want. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, keep the chest forward and then start to rotate left arm up. Maybe you bend that right knee. Exhale to fold. Inhaling, walk the hands forward to plank. Lower the knees. The chest is going to come forward, the elbows back into the ribs, lowering down. And then inhale, belly button to the floor, gently lift the shoulders, little baby cobra there. Exhale, let's push back, up, downward dog. 3 breaths here. Option to add in your twists. Right hand to left leg. Left hand to right leg. If you're staying still, that's fine. Try to focus on lifting the hips up high and drawing the heels back towards the back of the mat. If your heels touch the floor, step back a little bit further, make the challenge. Create space for the body to extend. There's never a goal to be reached. Inhaling here, start to look forward. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to step to the top of the mat this time. Take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then exhale, fold chest and belly down into the thigh. Inhaling, sweep your arms out to the side. Imagine your reverse swan diving. And coming up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the feet together, squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes as you squeeze the arms down by your side. And then inhale, we're going to bring the arms straight up by the ears. We're going to sink those hips down as if there was a chair behind you, just perching on the edge. And then exhale, folding back down to the floor, lift those hips really high. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen the body. Exhale, hands down, step both feet back. This time either lower the knees or if you're strong enough to lower down into chaturanga, that's shoulders forward, elbows over wrists, tucked into the ribs. And then wherever you are, inhale, lift either belly button stays low or just hands and feet. Squeeze the glutes as you exhale, flow back up, downward facing dog. And then inhale, we're going to pick the right leg up off the floor. We're going to exhale, bring this right knee over to your left elbow, cross the body. And inhale, lift it back up. 2 more times. Exhale, knee across the body. See if you can keep the hips level. Inhale, lift. Last one. Exhale, knee across the body. Inhale to lift. And then exhale, step the foot forward. We're going to keep the back heel off the floor. We're going to rise up into a lunge position. So both hips are facing forward. Glutes are squeezing. Inhaling, lifting. And then exhaling, start to bring the hands down, step back. We'll do another lowering through. Inhaling to lift and extend. Exhaling, float the hips up to the ceiling, stepping over the feet. Inhale, left leg lift, same thing. Exhale, bring this leg across the body towards your elbow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to the right elbow. Inhale, lift up. Your back is strong, your hips face down as you twist just the knee. Inhale to lift. And then exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up. And don't worry if your breaths don't work as quick or as slow as mine. Breathe your own pace. Will always meet at some point. Exhale, come back down low, stepping back. Chest lowers. Inhale, lift up. If you're coming into up dog, just the hands and feet on the floor, straight arms. Exhale, squeeze the glutes back and up. If you can't do that with just hands and feet on the floor, then stay belly button low. Try not to overarch the back. You've got 2 more breaths in down dog. Add your twist. If you're twisting today, hand to opposite leg. Last breath, last moment to twist. And then from here, look forward, bend the knees. Let's step those feet right up to the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, you fold down, chest and belly in towards the thighs. And then as you inhale, sink your hips down. Lift your arms up by your ears, squeezing everything into the center. And then exhale, stand up tall, bring your hands around by your hips. We're going to do another round. We're going to add a few more twists in this time. So bring the feet together. Inhale, sink down into your imaginary chair. And then from here, bring the hands to the center of your chest and take a little look to the right. Keeping your thumbs towards the heart as you turn. Now you can stay high or you could bring the elbow towards the knee. You've got 2 breaths, just holding here. Taking your legs are glued together, your feet are glued together. Just squeezing in the glutes, just sinking those hips back and down. One more breath in. And exhaling, turning. Come all the way to the other side. Again, same thing. You can keep just turning with the chest. Or you bring your elbow to the knee if you're comfortable low. And try not to straighten the legs. Try to keep down here on this invisible chest. Last breath in. And out. Inhale, come back, lift the arms up high. And then exhale, fold down, lift the hips up to the ceiling. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhaling, hands down. Now from here, if you're advanced and you want to step both feet back, do a little jump back and feel free. Land with soft elbows, lower down. And then inhale, lift up. Again, you can just stay low. This is a good stretch for you. Exhale, push back and up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot forward. Keep the back heel lifted, rise up. And then exhale, come straight back down. Hands to the floor. Step back. Lower through a little bit faster. Inhale, lifting just to really get the heat building. It's our last round. Exhale, hips to the sky. Inhale, right leg lifts and step it forward. Back heels off the ground. You inhale, lift, one breath, one movement. Exhale, down, step back. Lower through. Inhale to lift steadily. And then exhale, hips to the sky. You've got 3 breaths to pause. Feel free at any time to drop your knees. Hips back to your heels. Take a child pose. Or if you want that more advanced version, add in your twist today. You've got one more steady breath in. And out. Inhale, look forward, step, or maybe even you hop. Feel free to find your hands, get there any way you like. Take an inhale, lift up halfway. Take an exhale, fold all the way. And then inhale, sink the hips down. Lift your arms up by your ears. And exhale, come up tall. I'm going to come back into that chair pose, inhaling, arms up, hips down. So from here, you can stay still. You can come into the twist, or if you want to have a little balance practice, you can start to think about coming into the twisted version and then bringing both hands down, having them about the width of your shoulders, spreading your fingertips. If you're comfortable there, maybe your right hip comes to your right elbow, your knees stack on the left, and then maybe you think about just hopping the feet up off the ground. You look forward, ahead of yourself. So that's a side crow. Don't worry if all of this is making no sense to your body. It's fun to play sometimes with these things. Maybe you've got that block book handy. You rest your hands there to give you a little bit more height, a little bit more room to get the feet up off the floor. Just taking one more nice steady breath here. And then we'll come back into lifting up, stand up tall. It's enough chair pose for everyone. Inhale, sink back down. We'll do the other side. So second chance to have a go. Maybe you just stay in the twist. Maybe that's enough. Maybe elbow comes to knee, or you start to bring yourself down. And again, the block is really helpful here. It gives you something to grip onto, so you actually engage the arms a little bit more. You might find one side's better than the other. You might find one side a little stronger than the other. Again, this is making no sense whatsoever to you. And just stay where you are. And then inhale, let's come stand up really tall. Exhale, fold yourself all the way down. hang out there for a moment. Separate the feet and just taking this nice forward fold. You're going to grab one of our big toes. Maybe you bend the knees a bit together. And then take an inhale, lift up the legs, look forward. Nice chance just to straighten and extend through the whole body, lifting your chest up, looking forward. Inhale deep. And then exhale again. You'll fold head and chest down into the thighs. So 2 more breaths here. In and out. 1 more breath here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, release, bend the knees, step or hop the feet back and lower the chest. Inhale, lift up and extend. And then exhale, hips float up to the ceiling. Inhale, pick up your right leg. And exhale, step the right foot forward. Left heel high, arms raised. So back in this nice lunge. We're going to stay here now for 3 breaths. So you can really think about bringing your front knee over your ankle and your back heel drawing towards the back of the mat. The hips are coming down low level with that front knee. You're inhaling, you're pulling up, standing up tall, arms right up by the ears. 2 more breaths here, in and out. 1 more breath here, in and out. We're slowly going to bring the hands back to the center. Another sound of twist. So turning now, we're going to turn just in the ribs and the belly, keeping both hips facing forward, twisting towards this right side, so towards your front knee. Don't worry if your left and right are backwards, just twist towards the knee with the opposite elbow, holding here, inhaling, exhaling. 1 more like this, inhaling, and exhaling. As you inhale, opening up the arms, palms face the floor, trying to keep the legs steady, so really twisting away from the front hip, keeping the glutes engaged, keeping the legs strong. You can stay here, or option, bring the right hand back, lift the left arm up, and you might start to feel a pull through that left hip. So we're really extending this whole left side. Inhaling here, exhaling. Remember, this is all optional. Last time here, inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to come back to the center, palms together. We're going to bring this front elbow down and see if we can find our front knee. Twisting there. We've done a lot of practice in this twist. Inhaling steadily. Exhaling. 1 more time here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the weight forward. We're going to see if we can stay twisted. Come back into twisted chair. Left leg meeting the right. Holding here. Inhaling. Maybe you want a bit more this time. You open up the arms nice and wide. Left fingertips to the floor, right fingertips to the ceiling. Keep the hips low. Inhaling here. Exhale last time. Inhale deeply. Exhale, bring the palms together. We're going to step this left foot back gracefully, staying in the twist. And then as you inhale, start to turn, start to open up. Front knee stays over the ankle. Your back foot now faces the edge. Coming into warrior 2, spread the arms. Reach those fingertips wide and really sink the hips and the feet down to the earth. Should feel nice and open after all our twisting. 2 more rounds here. Inhaling, extend those arms out in each direction. Exhale, push the feet down. I've just realized I'm patting Buddha on the head with my front hand. How lovely. Inhaling, last one here. Exhaling. As you inhale, bring the left hand back, reach this right hand up. So get a nice sense of openness again. We're still pushing both feet down, we're squeezing both glutes. Maybe this left hand comes around and finds your thigh. Inhale here, reaching back. Exhale, hold strong. Last one, inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to come forward. Now your options to either bring your elbow to your knee, or maybe you've got that block, that book handy, and you want to use that to push against, and then lift the left arm. So if you do have a block, again, remember, it's a help, it's an extender. So when you start to grip, you start to switch on all the muscles through this arm, through the shoulder, and then you can start to lift up with the opposite arm. Inhaling here, really nice and steady. Exhaling, push the feet down. 2 more in. Rotate through the chest, rotate through the shoulders, maybe look up as you exhale. Final one here, inhaling. And then exhaling, we're going to reach this left arm all the way forward. Take a big circle, bring it down to the floor. Pick up the left heel. And then start to take your right hand up to the ceiling. So twisting that the other way. A bit more open twist this time. So twisting chest and knee rather than over the knee. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, extend. Exhale. One more time here, inhaling. And then exhale, cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Take away any props. Step this foot back if you want a bit more. Keep the foot off the floor as you lower down. And then inhale, both feet down. Straighten the arms. Exhale, you can come back to child pose if you want to pause. Or take your hips up to the ceiling. If you want a little bit more, add in those twists again. Keeping strong in the core and the belly. So pulling up. Zipping your belly button up into your spine. For 2 more breaths wherever you are. Either relaxing on the ground or extending up to the sky. And then as you take your next exhale, prepare to come onto the other side. Lift your hips up to the sky. Inhale, then lift up the left leg. And exhale, step it forward. Right heel draws back. We're floating the arms up to the ceiling. And sinking both hips, both heels, that ever bit lower down towards the earth. Inhaling here. Take your front knees over that ankle, your back heels drawing back. We're strong through the legs. Squeezing the glutes. Inhaling. Exhaling last time in. And then as you exhale, bring the palms to the center. Let's turn to the left. And the trick is turning just through that waist. The hips don't move. Holding here, 2 more breaths. In. And out. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out. Maybe you start to bring the front elbow to the knee. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, we're going to open up. Spreading those arms wide. Palms facing down, holding here, strong in the legs. Stay there. Or bring your back hand down, reach your front hand up overhead. And extend through. Getting that extension all the way through the right hip. Keep your legs steady, keep your body steady. Last breath in. And then exhale, we'll all meet. Front elbow to knee, slow and steady. Holding here, getting that lovely twist. Back leg strong, inhaling. Exhaling. Last one here, inhale. And then as you exhale, step both feet forward into your twisted chair. Holding here for 3. If you open up the arms this time, last time we do this for 2. And 1. And slowly exhale, start to step the right foot back. Holding here. And then as you inhale, turn the face the other way. Open up. Let's counteract that twisting in the hips, in the body. So back foot faces the long edge. The heel is down. Front knees over the ankle. We're reaching these arms really wide apart. Squeezing the glutes, dropping down low. Breathing full, deep breaths in. And out. Inhaling, spread those arms wide. Force the palms down as if you're pushing the weight of the world down away from you. One more time here, inhaling. Exhaling. And then inhale, we're going to reverse that warrior. Bring the right hand to the thigh, lift the left hand up and over. Stay there, or bring the back hand around the thigh if that's comfortably in reach. And pulling up in the belly, pulling up in the ribs. Focusing on extension here. 2 more in. And out. 1 more in. And then as you exhale, let's come forward. Either elbow to knee or grab hold of that block to push down and to extend and enhance this pose. By gripping in that block, you switch on the muscles of the arms, giving yourself a little bit more extension, a little bit more space. Maybe lift up to the ceiling for your last 3 breaths in. And out. 2 more, breathing in. And out. 1 more time here, inhale. And then as you exhale, bring this right hand, cartwheel it all the way forward, down to the ground. Lift the right heel. And then we'll lift the left fingertips up to the sky, twisting the other way. Final twist on the legs here. Strong through both legs, pushing the feet down, inhaling. Exhaling. Last time in. And then exhale, let's bring the left hand down. Step this foot back. Choose to place it down or keep it high as you lower through. And then inhale, lift and extend the chest. Exhale again, your option, downward dog or sink into child pose. And just breathe slow and steady as you draw the heels back, draw the hips backwards. Inhale, fully. Exhale, fully. 2 more times, in and out. 1 more time, inhaling. And exhaling, that's all slowly. Hover down, we're going to bring the knees just an inch above the floor. For 3, just strengthening through the back. For 1, pull the belly button in and then lower those knees. We're going to bring the forearms onto the floor, so we're coming into this nice low all fours position. Let's take a moment here, bring the hands together or grab hold of this block, whatever you've got nearby. And then as you sink the hips back onto the heels, you're going to extend the arms forward and just grip hold either of opposite fingertips or of this prop in hand. So we're starting to engage through the arms as we extend the hands forward, breathing deeply in and out. 2 more like this, inhaling, switching on the arms, holding onto the hands tightly as you can. 1 more in and out. From here, we're going to inhale. We're going to lift this up to the ceiling, keeping the back really nice and flat. And then exhale, lower down. So just using our spine. Inhale, lifting up as if you're just bowing humbly to something greater than you. Exhale, lower down. Again, using the strength of the back. Inhale, lifting up. 3 more times. Exhale, lower the back completely flat, belly to thighs. Inhale, lift, arms are right up by your ears. Glue them there as you exhale, fold. Got 1 more. Inhale to lift. And then exhale. Fold down slowly. And release. Soften the chest. Let go. Let the hands rest. Fingertips outstretched. Holding on here softly, softly, softly bowing down. And taking 1 final breath here. Releasing out. As you inhale, start to roll yourself up to sit. Either bringing the legs out to the side or crossing at the ankles. And you can either push the hands down, flip hips up and jump through, or just roll through. Whatever works for you. Outstretch the legs. Take an inhale. Let's lift up nice and high. And then exhale, start to fold yourself down, chest and belly to the thighs. Hands either resting on the shins, the ankles, toes only if they're comfortably in reach. So it's not over forcing. If it's really uncomfortable on the back of your legs, on your hamstrings, then the knees might just naturally bend. Try to keep the feet engaged though, so toes pointing back and up towards you. And just holding here, breathing slowly. If the breath has got unconscious, if you've lost your purpose and your breath, then just bring it back now. As we come into these long stretches on the ground, make sure you're in control of your breath, of your breath. Inhale, you bring the chest forward. And then exhale, you roll down. 2 more times here. Inhale. Exhale, folding in. Last time, breathing in here. And exhale. Inhale, start to lift up. And bring your left knee in onto the floor. And leave a little gap between the left foot and this right thigh. We're then going to reach the left hand forward. We're going to bring the shoulder inside the knee. So 1 option is just to stay there, reaching the hands onto the leg, taking this little fold forward. Try to keep the back nice and long. If you want a little bit more, then you bring this left hand out, turn the thumb to face down, and then just imagine you're rotating the thumb backwards and up towards the ceiling. So your fingertips are going to graze the floor. And your little finger is going to be down as the hand comes towards your hip or your lower back. So you're only up the back of the hand to the hip, little finger down, thumb up. From there, you can start to swim the opposite hand around and just take hold of that right hand in the left hand. The one closest to your bent knee is the one holding its partner. And then just start to stretch forward. Try to keep the back long here now. We've done our twisting for the day. So we're folding into this lovely posture. And don't worry if you're not there. Don't worry if this isn't accessible. I'm not bringing you easy things. I'm giving you challenges for the body, for the mind. Take 2 more breaths, whichever version of this you're in. Inhale. Exhaling. Let's release. Roll the body back up. And we're going to bring this foot up and just have a little rock here in the hip. A couple of times, nice and slow. So your next posture, you've got 2 options. And again, I'm going to give you the normal option is the foot to the thigh and the hands bowing forward, letting the head drop in towards the knee. That's your relaxed version. If you want to try an advanced version here, you want to do something a little different, we're going to pick this leg up and we're going to hook it around your left arm. If you can, maybe even get the leg up to the shoulder. And then you can bring the hands out to the side. And then if you want to, from here, you can have a little go pointing the right toes. Bring the hips up off the floor and then maybe even think about lifting the right leg. So just a little play there for you. Just take a couple of goes, maybe a couple of little bounces off the floor with the hip. And then when you've had enough, we're all going to meet with the left foot into the right thigh, taking this bow. Just for a couple more breaths. Head heavy, chest is heavy. And lowering through. Last breath here, in and out. And then inhale, roll yourself up. Let's bring the right foot in to meet the left. Sit up tall. Inhaling, lifting chest. Exhaling. 2 more here. Inhale steadily. Exhale fully. Take 1 more breath in. And exhale, left leg extends, right foot to the floor. Same thing. So we know this now. We're going to bring the right hand forward inside the right knee. Hands to the shins. Or we turn the fingertips out. We roll the fingertips along the floor. Thumb grazing towards your hip. Staying there, reaching the chest forward. Left hand stays on the ankle, or you sweep the left hand behind. Holding on steadily. Chest coming forward, so removing the twist from the spine. Strengthening in the back. And this is just preparing the shoulders for that potential in that next balance, or just getting a little bit of openness in the chest. The chest forward, black is long. Last breath here, in. And out, release. We're going to bring this ankle off the floor and just have a little rock in the leg. We're just rocking into the hip, nice and steady. So option 1 is to bring the foot to the thigh, to walk the chest forward, to bow humbly down. Nice and steady. Resting version. More active version is this elephant balance. So picking this leg up, and maybe this is your weaker side, maybe this is your stronger side. You bring the hands out beside the hips. Start to think about just slowly lifting the hips off the floor, pointing both toes, and maybe both legs come up off the floor, even just for a second. Maybe you just hop the foot. And then once you've had a play, we will meet foot to thigh, folding forward our last humble bow here, slow and steady. Drawing the head down softly, softly. Bowing in. Breathing deeply, 2 more. In. Out. 1 more time, breathing in. And then exhale, release, roll up. We're going to bring both feet to the floor. Come to lie on your back, hug the knees into the chest. Great big hug, maybe just rocking softly this way and that. And then straighten your right leg. And then your left knee, just come over to that right side just for a moment. And you bring it back to the center, change sides, right knee in, left leg straight. Pull the right leg across the body. Just for a moment. Gently coming back. Both feet to the floor. And then just let those knees fall apart. Hands resting on your belly or out to your sides. Holding here steadily. Eyes softly closed. Breath slow and steady. And come back to that sense of purpose, that sense of meaning. Have you been able to maintain that purpose throughout the practice? How could you approach the rest of your day with purpose, with care, doing each thing deliberately, with clear intentions? Breathe deeply, in and out. 2 more in and out. Maybe you straighten the legs, maybe you stay as you are, it's up to you. Resting for a final minute here. Completely at peace. Completely. Whole body switching off. Allowing you to just be. And then start to just gently weight the body back up by moving your fingertips and your toes. As you inhale that life drawing back into your body. Maybe just gently turning the head each way, lifting the arms up. And then bringing your knees up into your chest. Just rocking this way and that. Whatever way suits you best. And then eventually bring yourself back to sit nice and tall. And we, as we began, peacefully on the mat, considering our sense of purpose. So be clear on that purpose for yourself. Live life with intent, with care. And just see the difference it makes as you go about your evening activities. Doing so with that sense of purpose. And thank you so much for coming and joining us in practice. I wish you all the best for the rest of your week. Namaste. So thank you so much, everyone. Take your time to come back to the world slowly. Try not to rush off into anything. Take your time to be mindful, to be peaceful, to let these ideas and practices sink into your body. If you've got any questions, do pop those into the chat for myself or for the committee. And I'll just open up if anyone on the committee has any messages, anything they want to share with the group?
Yeah, so Reese wasn't able to make the session, so he's passed on a few things he wants me to say. So the first one is, we're really sorry that the social got postponed on Monday, but we will be running it next Monday instead. The second thing is even though it's reading week, class will be still on next week, so same time as usual, same link, so make sure you're here, it's still running. And then finally, we've got a couple new committee members, Ross and Luca. I don't know if are either of you here, if you want to say hi. But yeah, so we've got some new committee members, so that's the announcements for this week. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the session.
Fab, thanks so much. So you will get a recording of the session that gets posted on the Facebook group and the WhatsApp group as well, I believe. So you'll get that in the next day or so. So if you want to do this practice again, and do come to me with any questions next week if there's anything you want to know. We try and join about 5 minutes before, and then we can do questions and things beforehand. So thanks so much, everyone. Have a gorgeous week. Enjoy your social on Monday, and I will see you next Wednesday.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Thanks, lovelies.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.